Meh. Kiddos. Love them. I believe I got to point 5, which was: the medication which you have prescribed is helping immensely. However, as stated at the time, the medication it was to be a temporary measure. No, I read this one, didn't I? In order to enable facilitation of actual resolution. Right. 6. The medication dose was increased to 100 milligrams daily on the 10th of July 2015 due to changes at work, which until that point had been my, oh yeah, the air quotes, safe space, place. However, the situation then deteriorated further, and I've been unable to attend work. I'd forgotten this was here. Since the 15th of July 2015, the increased dose is still settling in, although I am certain it is definitely helping. Unfortunately, being at home is still causing me further difficulties, not with the children. Their needs are always met, however, I am not functioning anywhere near as well as I was prior to the crash. I find that I begin to do something, but with the next passing heavy vehicle or boy racer, I am instinctively stopping what I am doing and reacting to the perceived threat. I ran out of tissues while you were away. Ha ha ha. Where's that perceived threat gone? Well, outside. Woohoo! Anyway, perceived threat. When the children are present, I have to locate them and ensure that they are safe and well. If I'm alone and not able to distract myself, either by speaking to a friend on the telephone or listening to music and or other audio material on headphones, I begin to react to the perceived threat. Then realise the children are not home. In both cases, once I realise what I am doing, I find I am unable to remember what I was doing prior to the trigger noise. Between walking towards the perceived threat, fully realising there is no threat, and the sudden confusion over what I had previously been doing, I find myself pacing around the living room / dining room area of the house, which can go on for hours at a time. The reason this hurts so much is because I still have these issues. We're not in the same place. We've been homeless. We lived in hostels. We weren't homeless on the street, homeless, but we were homeless in one room for the three of us, accommodation, bedsit, shared government accommodation for 11 months before we got to our new flat, which is lush but very small. And for the conspiracy theorists that might be out there, it's very Agenda 21 friendly. It's not very human friendly, but it's very Agenda 21 friendly. But I'm going to make it work. I've got some plans. Simple but effective plans. Of course, it's me. What else would they be? But I still react the same to, you know, louder than usual noises. We've had a wine bar open up within within 100 feet of the building within the last couple of weeks. And when they empty their glass bins into the main bins, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It is so... because I'm not used to it yet. And because we're in a city centre location now. And there are domestics and drug issues in the building. And fire alarm issues for anyone that follows my Twitter. There hasn't really been anything of a reprieve. No, I really need that therapy. And I'm tired. I'm tired of being in limbo. But yeah, this is hard. This is hard to read, man. Where we go? Being at home, blah de blah de blah, backwards, forwards. It feels like being an animal. I always think of a polar bear in the caged animal adverts where the animal's rocking backwards and forwards. When I catch myself in that frame, and here I walk because it's a very Agenda 21 friendly flat, I walk the entire available footfall of the flat, and I walk from around the edge of my bed all the way around the living room, around the coffee table, and then back again, because that's the longest possible route. And I catch myself, and I feel like an animal in a cage. And for a sentient, well, for an animal, that's bad enough. For a sentient human being, that's it's quite the feat. Anyway, where were we? Number 8. The longer I am in the house, the worse things get. On the rare occasions... Oh, by the way, one of the things that nearly got part and parcel of the day that I nearly was sectioned, which is the equivalent of Baker Acted for the US, was because I blew a raspberry. I laughed, I cried, and I blew a raspberry. Pretty much in that order. And because of the false allegations that had been lobbied against me that I was delusional, obviously being a support worker, witnessing someone laugh, cry, and blow a raspberry within the space of 1 minute, yeah, I can see why that would seem crazy. But for me, I was just coping with the what the fuck situation that I was in. Anywho, number 8. I do need to get some tissue and blow my nose. I may have to pause this. The longer I am in the house, the worse things get. On the rare occasion that I am alone for 24 hours or more, brackets, when the children have occasional sleepovers with my mum, close brackets, I find that I become more agitated and deteriorate into what I can only describe as blithering wreck mode, physically jittering about, pacing around, not able to focus on what to do. I'm going to have to pause this because I need some tissue for my nose. I got a poorly schnoz. As on top of reading this, and on top of everything else, and trying to get ready for my tribunal, I have a poorly schnoz. I'll be back in a minute. Love you.